Super Bowl continues here in the divisional round, where two teams look to take another step towards the Super Bowl. It's the Jets going up against the Jaguars.
All right, Larry, thanks. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State and Everbank Field here in Jacksonville. Coming up, it's divisional round Saturday, and we've got an AFC battle on tap between the New York Jets and the Jacksonville Jaguars. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Malik Jackson coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9. McCown throwing on second. It's caught on the left side by Curse. And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. McCown toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down. Fresh set of downs here. Shotgun here for McCown. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll bring up a second down.
Detroit! Detroit! Hurry up!
Now a first carry for Donnell Pumphrey, and he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground.
I got trick this side. I got trick this side. We got three. Now let's go.
From midfield, here's McCown. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground.
Over!
On second down, here's McCown. And some room to maneuver. And avoids the contact by sliding. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive.
Watch left. Stop right there. Here we go.
On first down, McCown finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and it'll be second down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
Green, 39.
McCown to throw on second down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Calais Campbell in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. This now play number 9 on the opening drive, but it's 3rd and long.
Now let's go. Detroit. We got 3, fellas. We got 3.
Working from the gun, McCown. And he's got a noon one. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first. And how about this first drive? They're being aggressive, slinging it around.
Really confident, too, because they're not trying to fool them with running plays, throwing it, and they're being very successful right now.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right. Here we go now.
Into the red zone now. It's McCown. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. Remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
McCown again on 2nd and 10. Caught. Safarian Jenkins, right side. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, that has to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
Hurry up, here we go. Detroit!
Again, it's McCown. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Only a yard in the completion. It's 2nd and goal. Defensively, they better figure something out. Opening drive, he already has 4 catches.
And if you have to figure out how to stop him defensively, that usually means you weaken your defense. That means that now the offense is doing the dictating, and they should have other things open up as well.
This is turning into a bit of a death march here, the 13th play of this drive.
Now let's go. Watch it now, Barney. Set.
They'll try and run this. It's Pumphrey fighting his way in for a Jets touchdown. A great play there. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Jets take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. He's got it, and the Jets lead 7-0. Catanzaro out now as he'll kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Check. Here we go now.
A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game. But when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
So 2nd and 9, the defense looking to put them in a bad spot here.
Here we go. Green, 39.
They'll run it again with Fournette. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turn around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge, whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football? If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a game. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
Bortles going to try and throw on third down. Flush to his right. Dumps it off to Fournette. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on third down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
Check 24. Ready.
Bortles will try again on second down. And his throw is incomplete. Marquise Lee, the intended target. And that takes us from second to third down.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way, so he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it, just move on to the next play.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Watch out. Here we go.
Now Bortles again. Oh, he may have gotten lucky. Tried to dump it off underneath on the check down. Nearly picked. Instead, it's incomplete.
Used to have a coach who used to tell us all the time, those scouting reports aren't just to use up paper, guys. Well, nowadays, we're watching a computer screen, right? They scouted this team very well. Know that they like to use the running backs in the passing game. They covered that play successfully.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Here we go now. Blue 45.
They do go for it. It's Bortles. And Robinson with a big catch. First down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start.
So the offense has it first and 10.
Here we go. Green.
Bortles on the give to Fournette. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
They don't want it, fellas. They don't want it. Keep playing hard, fellas. All day. Here we go now. Blue 45. Zing.
On second down, here's Bortles. This will be caught inside the 10. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A good pickup there, a 22.
Strong right. Here we go. Green 90.
They'll try and run forward with Fournette. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Here we go. Green 39. Right over there.
give Fournette another crack. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Bortles now on 3rd and goal. Eluding the pressure right. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Marquise Lee from 4 yards out. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Here's the Jet offense now. They head out to take over. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is a defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
McCown. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. McCown will try again on 2nd down. Dancing to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left. He's got a man. Complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. They give him a gain of 38. Scared. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. McCown. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Yannick Ngakoue in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Now whistles come in before the snap. Looked like one of the Jets may have moved. And following that penalty, the offense really backed up now on 3rd down.
Let's go! Blue landed! Watch it now, Barney! Over!
McCown to throw. Found his target. It's Anderson. And they pick up 25 as they convert on third. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Jarred loose. It's incomplete.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. The Jets on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 4. Now McCown. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sack back at the 29.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Catanzaro's kick is right through, and they take the lead here now at 10-7. Now after the made field goal, Catanzaro to boot this one away on the kickoff. That's fielded in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Check. Green, 90.
Well, Bortles throwing on 2nd down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It's a gain of 7, and they're going to face a 3rd down. To throw is Bortles. Oh, Fournette loses it. It's out, and it's scooped up by the Jets. There he goes left side, and it's a touchdown for the Jets. And maybe that's the perils of being a rookie running back in the NFL. I mean, look, it's not easy to hold on to the ball at any level with these talented guys. But in this league, you can learn a lesson early.
Without a doubt, and what a tough reminder for any running back, especially a rookie. The things you got away with in college probably won't work so well in the NFL.
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Rashard Robinson with a pick. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Blake Bortles simply cannot keep putting his defense in these types of predicaments. He's got to take care of the football.
And last season, a lot of the turnovers, just like this one, in Jags territory, 11 of the 16 really put them in a tough spot in plus territory for the opposition. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. So after the INT, it's McCown now. Looking left sideline, incomplete. He was trying to get it to Jermaine Kearse, and that'll bring up second down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Here we go now.
Back to the air on second down. McCown. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's McCown. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So after the pick, they can't capitalize for 6, but they do get 3.
And I know in this situation, most of us want to focus on the offense. You know what side of the ball I played on. Let's give that defense a lot of credit, taking it over in a sudden change situation and shutting them down.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offensive backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive.
Here we go.
A final shot before half for Bortles. Looking deep downfield. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup as we send you now to Orlando to check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, LR. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he is knocked down from the side. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Here we go. Green, 39. Green,
they keep it with Fournette on first down. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
It's already 2nd and 12. The defense hoping to push them back more.
Here we go.
A fake to Fournette. Now it's Bortles to throw. Buying time to his left. Completes it left side to the tight end Lewis. And they're able to get this one down to the 25. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
Here we go now. Green, 39.
Fournette, a first down carry. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. 2nd down, 9 yards to go.
Here we go now.
Again, it's Fournette. Room here to run. Fournette, a first down, still going. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there. Taking it in from 24 yards out. And the Jaguars are back within a score. And it's good. The deficit 6, 20-14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a nifty return there as he's all the way up past the 40-yard line.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Watch tight, watch tight. Tight end right, tight end right. All right, here we go. All right, back there, Philly. Here we go. Here we go now. Watch it now, Barney.
Now a toss play. This is Pumphrey. They find some open field here. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. McCown going to hand this one off to Powell. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
The Jets on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Now let's go. 3-19.
So it looks like somebody may have forgotten the snap count, and a 5-yard penalty ensues. The Jets on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Now let's go.
Shotgun here for McCown. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. So now here comes the field goal team for the 3rd time today. And this will be a 45-yard attempt. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will make this a 9-point lead. So 3 field goals for him here, and this last one helps him stretch out the lead.
And he's been solid as usual. And this is what you need to do. Make sure you get points out of every possession. And so far, they've done a nice job of that.
Now after the made field goal, Catanzaro to boot this one away on the kickoff. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Here we go. Blue 45. Blue 45.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette across the 30 to the 31-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Now it's 2nd and 7.
Single, slot. Hey, you're on an island over there. You're on an island. Here we go now. 15's mine. I got 15. 15's mine.
Bortles. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the linebacker, Demario Davis. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Now a play fake here on 1st down. He'll get this over to Westbrook. It's complete. And that is what you call a hit stick. Put down to the ground hard, right there around the 35-yard line. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a 1st down. On 1st down, Bortles. Forced out to his left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage.
Here we go now. 3 down. Hey, check. 3 down. Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail. Throw. Switch.
Bortles again here on 2nd and 10. He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll be down deep into Jet territory. A big play there. Bortles to Robinson. 56 yards. And now first down following that long gain.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. You got three down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they're going to get him down, but not before a pretty good run right there. It's a good pickup of 7 yards, and now they're looking at 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
It's 2nd and goal. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there with now his 2nd touchdown of this 3rd quarter. And the Jaguars get a score closer. Lambeau on for the extra point. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
3rd quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
So the offense now dealing with a 2nd and 7.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
Hurry up. Here we go. All right, now. Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
To throw, it's McCown. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
I'm going to hit you all day, baby.
Back now in Jacksonville. It's Jet football as they've got the lead here, and we get set to begin quarter number 4. The Jets on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
Working from the gun, McCown. Open man is Stewart. It's complete. And he's brought down, but following a pretty juke move that gives him the 1st down. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a 1st down.
No. Check. No. Here we go now.
This is the running back, Powell. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. they're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's second down. To throw is McCown. Flushed out right. And some room to roam now. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down. The Jets on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 6.
Now let's go. 3, 19.
McCown going to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Yannick Ngakoue able to disrupt yet another pass play. His 3rd sack of the afternoon. Here's Lachlan Edwards now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And that will bounce out of bounds before they can get a return going. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. And not great starting field position here for the offense. They begin with a run by Fournette. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Well, he was stopped on that play, but he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down. They'll toss it to Fournette. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation. Not the start to the drive they were looking for. That run doesn't do much at all.
No, not at all. And it leaves them with 3rd and long. And you know, this is the time of game where these drives really, really start to matter. They've got to make some moves.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. And he is going to go down in the end zone. Down goes Bortles. It's a safety. Well, there is still time to recover from this. It remains a 2-score game even with the 2 points there, but let's just say things not trending in the right direction.
I like that phrase. I'm going to say it along with you. Things are definitely not trending in the right direction. They needed something on that drive. Instead, they gave up 2 points and a lot of hope.
And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard at the 17-yard line. And the Jets set to take the field. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because it's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
Here we go.
They go play action here on first down. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he takes this one just shy of midfield all the way to the 49. A gain of 32 that time.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
Gone! Here we go now!
Shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. And all the way down to the 9. A huge play there for the Jets. 43 yards on the ground.
Strong left. Strong left. Strong left.
All right, here we go. 319. 319. Hot.
McCown looking to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Yannick Ngakoue. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. Play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays.
Now let's go.
Now McCown. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. So out comes the field goal team once more. And this a 39-yard attempt. And Catanzaro's kick is right through. And that will make this now a 15-point advantage. So they settle for just the 3 there, but clearly anything helps when you're trying to salt one away here in the 4th.
Without a doubt, I think a touchdown would have been the final nail. But 3 does give them some breathing room and lets them build up a little cushion.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And that might just cement it. A return for a late touchdown. So they get the 1-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
56. Check 56.
I smell fear in that offense. I smell fear in that offense.
And some space here. He's at the 50, 30, the 20, 10, touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there, saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Jaguars make some inroads here on that deficit. The first throw for Henney, the veteran backup. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Tried to roll out, make a play outside of the pocket, but couldn't get it done.
When you don't have a lot of space for your receivers to operate, and down there is really condensed when you're snapping the ball from the 2-yard line, rolling out, you extend the play, but you don't necessarily open up better avenues for people. And on that play, there's just nowhere to go with the ball, and they end up getting sacked.
They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. They'll run here with Pumphrey. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. They'll run again with Pumphrey. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. Forte gets the handoff from McCown. And he's got some space here. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down.
All right, now, look at 56. Here we go. All right, now, look at 56.
They run with Pumphrey. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards. Back to the 33. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college and it happened in the NFL. The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
So they stay alive in the NFL playoffs, move on to the conference championship. And do you think that the printing press is starting to get those T-shirts and hats ready, my friend?
They have to, Brandon. They have to be ready, because if you win, you've got to hand those out.